Hey guys, welcome back to Rossoneri TV. I'm John. I'm alongside Adamo and Valentino today to speak about the disgusting match that we just witnessed at the San Siro, a 2-2 draw against Hellas Verona. Hellas Verona literally tied in the last few seconds to salvage a point from this encounter where they almost seemed like losing it. But of course, as we know, Milan, anything could happen. And today, we lost a win in the last few seconds, of course. Now, just before we get into the discussion, guys, I want to address you because I want to speak about something regarding the channel. And of course, this decision, I was thinking about it for a long time. And it's just because Milan has been doing terrible. And it's not because I just want them to do good. That is, I'm going to be stopping doing a lot of videos. But the real reason is that this team has been wasting our time. It's a joke of a team, and we put hours and hours of effort and work in our videos every week, and simply this team doesn't deserve it. They just simply don't deserve the support of all the fans because it's not only the team, but it's also the coach, the stupid decisions coming from Inzaghi, the owners, the board, everything, the management, all included. They're just a big mess there. So our apologies once again if you see a decrease in the number of videos, especially match reviews and fan reactions. We will still be updating you guys throughout the week with things that are happening around the club. But this is our way of boycotting really the team because enough is enough. Really, we put so much effort, and I think it's the time to really take a stand against this team and what's happening around it. Anyways, that is my little rant about the situation and the videos. Now let's get into the match. Adamo, first of all, I want to start with you because I know you read some exciting news, to say the least, coming from Sky Sports. Would you like to fill us in on that?
Well. Mr. Galliani was in the locker room after the match, of course, as you'd suspect, came out not too happy, and Sky reporting that pretty much, even though there was all these sources saying Inzaghi's not going to leave, Berlusconi was saying there's no chance he's going to go, blah, blah, blah. Sky are now reporting that there's a good chance that Inzaghi may be sacked, possibly today, maybe after another bad result, but it could be after today, because just what we saw today was completely horrible. The fact that he brought in Bocchetti around the 70th minute and planned to park the bus that we sold because we can't afford players, it's just sad how I don't get why we would park the bus at the 70th minute against Hellas Verona when we know that we can't defend it all. It just makes no sense.
Yeah, well said, well said. And that wasn't the only stupid decision I think he made all game round. Personally, I think just playing Muntari in that middle. I understand that De Jong and Montolivo were missing, but any other player than Muntari, I think, will fill their shoes and at least do better than Muntari. Maybe not fill their shoes, but salvage something in that midfield. What do you think about the match today, Valentino? Did you see something that was really disappointing, on your opinion?
Well, of course, including Montari in the game is always disappointing because he's a pylon, like I said earlier. But I don't know. You could have put anybody else in the midfield. You throw in Poli at the holding midfielder and have Bonaventura on to his left, and let's go with Suso on the right. And it could have been a lot more effective. At least they could get the ball moving, and those guys they try to get more involved in the game because sometimes you can just see our midfielder just dragging around a lot of the time. And then Menez, I wasn't too crazy on how he played honestly today, but he's off and on for me. I think Cerci and Menez, they both play, when they get the ball, they try to drive up the field, and that's great. But off the ball, I saw Cerci was hanging out wide, and then Menez drops back a lot. And in an attacker, you need to be forwards. At the beginning of the season, we were moving the ball around really well and creating a lot of good chances. But now, I don't know, everybody's just kind of lollygagging around.
Yeah, and speaking about Cerci, I mean, guys, from the moment he came, I know he hasn't been giving many opportunities, but really when he has been given them, he hasn't been showing much. And honestly, when he's been given the chance, he's been very disappointing, much like the whole team. But really, I was expecting more from Cerci on any given day. And today, once again, made lots of mistakes, especially in that first half. he came off in the second half. Inzaghi took him off, but you know, it's just poor playing from him. What do you think on that matter, Adamo? Maybe the whole matter with the forwards. Once again, another rotation today. We saw Pazzini, but really, it's not happening up front for Milan, is it?
No, as you said, it's nothing's really going towards Milan's end. You know, a lot of people said we were a more attacking team. Our defense was poor, and all the seasons ago, we really relied on our attacks, especially with El Shaarawy on that left wing. Even without El Shaarawy, we still had a very, very menacing attack. I remember about a year ago, people said we had the best attack in the Serie A, and now you see an attack that has players like Destro, Manez, and Cerci, and it's not even close to that because they can't string passes together between each other, and there's no midfield to back them up. So overall, it's just a very, very poor display across the board. If anything, our defense is the best area because our midfield can't do anything, and the attack is not scoring goals. So at least the defense isn't eking 3-4 goals a game, even though they aren't too good. But overall, it's very, very poor performance.
Yeah, and speaking about some of Inzaghi's decisions today, besides the fielding of Muntari, I want to specify and want to really concentrate on those last 10-15 minutes, and I want to discuss exactly what happened, guys. Because, of course, Bocchetti came on, and Menez, near the end of the game, I could recall maybe around stoppage time, or even before stoppage time, you could have seen he started to get cramps, and he had to come off. Yet, Pazzini was the one taken off, of course, instead of Menez, who I think was literally running all game nonstop. And Destro came on after Bocchetti. So pretty much another striker came on after defender. So if you're planning to play sitting back, right, in those 10-15 last minutes, and you're planning to defend your result by bringing in Bocchetti, and then you're forced to bring on Destro because Menez just couldn't take it anymore, what's the whole reason behind that? I just don't understand. What's your take on that, Adamo?
It's very inconsistent from Inzaghi again. He's inconsistent with pretty much everything, fixtures, lineups, everything that could do anything with consistency. He's inconsistent in. I like to really reiterate that the management are more at fault than Inzaghi because they chose him. You can't really blame somebody who can't do more than they can possibly do. But still, you have to blame Inzaghi because it's unacceptable. Even Seedorf, somebody who had even less experience, came straight from playing into coaching and still did better than Inzaghi. So I think Inzaghi needs to do much better and deserves criticism.
Any thoughts on that, Valentino?
Yeah, the last 15 minutes were pretty much terrible. Like, you're putting in a new defender, they're coming out cold. And so obviously, like, things can happen. Like in the situation where Lopez got past our defense. You can't blame completely like the defenders themselves. Yeah, they screwed up, but like when you throw on a new player, they're gonna come out cold, and especially in like the last 5 minutes, that can screw up anything, right? So I think it was a bad decision doing that in the last couple of minutes, and then putting Destro in for Pazzini. Meanwhile, Menez was like completely tired. You saw him when he came up the field, and like the ball got stripped right off him because he got a cramp. Meanwhile, we could have had like an attempt at net maybe. Like, so what do you expect with that? But then at the same time, like Menez throughout the game in that same situation that I was referring to, he takes shots directly into the defenders. Like we don't have any passes that could like open up some room, but like nobody's in a position and nobody's even looking for the pass. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well said, well said. And honestly, guys, it's a whole complete mess. And then the funny part is how the team management expects fans to show up, fans to support the team, and literally you can see the numbers at the San Siro decreasing every game. Like, honestly, I thought there were more Verona fans today than AC Milan fans at the San Siro. Like, it's just becoming a mess. Like, it's literally becoming one of those empty stadiums that no one even wants to go to. And besides the whole idea of Milan building a new stadium and all that, sure, it might encourage fans to actually go watch the games, but if the team still has no play, no game, no plan whatsoever, and the results don't come, guys, it's not going to be a big difference, I mean, from what we were seeing today to what we could expect. Adamo and Valentino, I just want to give you one last question before we sign off. And I want to speak once again about Inzaghi. Of course, Adamo, you mentioned that at the beginning of the video, that Galliani went in the locker room, discussed with the players, came out with actually a very bad look on his face. You think that was the last of it, Valentino, or do you think Inzaghi will still be given a chance until the end of the season?
Well, I think they're going to keep him to the end of the season only so that we can find a replacement for him, unless we're going to give the assistant coach. Now I forget his name. Tassotti, yeah. If they're going to put him as the coach, it would kind of make sense. Like, he's been the assistant for years now, right? And he knows how things were run under a lot of different coaches, so he sees a lot of what's going on. But for replacement-wise, a lot of talk's been about Montella and Klopp. I'd prefer Montella personally, but it would be nice to see somebody that's like an experienced coach come in and deal with the team.
Well said. Adamo, is at the end of him, or still has no season to go?
The end.
The end. All right. Let's see what happens, guys. Of course, we'll keep you posted if some breaking news come out. So make sure to subscribe to the channel. Once again, guys, I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we're not stopping completely our videos. We're just reducing the number of videos, mainly for protesting against AC Milan and what they've been showing us, not only the management, but the whole team in general, and so forth. So thank you for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please click on the like button, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, Adamo and Valentino, for joining me, and we'll see you next time, as usual, Forza Milan.